quarter 2, 2022, the quarter 3. I mean, it's kind of like a timeline of relevant threads. Like send them my way. Send them to this account preferably, just so that they're kind of located in one space. But if you go and you see like threads from active community members or people that you thought had an interesting thought at the time, whether it's regarding sentiment, whether it's facts, whether it's whatever it might be, like I kind of want to use this page almost as a repository of ultimately community sentiment, community thoughts. What is this ecosystem active on, and what are we talking about, and what were we talking about throughout the duration really of the entire CloneX project, which is a grand scope and a grand scale. But it's like when you kind of look at it in terms of quarters of 2022, like I don't know, 5 to 7 threads roughly a quarter, like you like that's manageable to go through and kind of break down. And I think as more people are writing threads, as more people are looking for popular threads, as more people are sending content, then we can kind of build the repository. I don't know. It's just kind of like an ongoing thing, Jem. I'm thinking that we kind of add threads to this because really that's what the whole point of this effort is to get different people's viewpoints highlighted within an ecosystem.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. So, I mean, even for quarter 1 of 2023.
Yeah, we don't have a lot there currently. There was actually 2 recorded spaces. I have to get that recording still. It's brutally difficult for some reason. Yo, Boo, if you want to tell me how you ripped that one, I would love that audio feature because I'm attempting on another space and I don't know how to get it, bro. I thought I did, but the file was all sorts of jacked in a bad way. So, I mean, that's kind of what I was highlighting today. Yeah, website launch. Season 1 forging is starting to fly. We kind of saw that tweet. We saw Crypto Kicks IRL. The hub is delayed a couple days or so. It's taking place later this month. So they're probably working to get the finishing touches on that, because hubbing, however many thousands of pairs of shoes to start the manufacturing process and then store those somewhere. That's a lot of work. But Artifact did take that on for the ecosystem, kind of because they can't ship those outside the US. So they just wanted to add additional time for people to try and put those shoes somewhere to then figure out a secondary supply chain movement, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, it's a big upgrade from the normal, I would say. I'm all for Nike managing the supply chain of people's sneakers while we wait the months for them to come to life, which, who knows, maybe that'll become more of a common thing. Maybe it will become a never doing this again thing. I don't exactly know how that's going to roll out, but I'm just kind of like looking back to just kind of how the Artifact Creators page, how it highlights a bunch of community members and different things that are happening there. It's like I really loved that advancement in our ecosystem because it highlights a ton of creators in a single place. For anyone who's like, yo, what do clones like to do? Like, what is this? Then you can kind of at least see what community members are doing and kind of where they're taking it. And eventually, you stumble back to the Spiracies. I'm slightly tired today, Gem and I were at a rock concert yesterday, and I'm still feeling those effects. Totally transparently. It was 3 days grace and shine down. I mean, I had to full send it, so that was good. I was taking a nap on the couch right before this, so we're waking up a little bit currently. I don't know, Jem. How's your energy been?
I also took a nap today. I told myself I'm just take a 15-minute nap, and it was an hour and a half. So I'm still waking up too, but it's good. It's worth it.
Yeah,
I
I
have a
didn't
question
actually
for
like.
you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So over this past year, what would you say is personally your favorite theory that this community has had?
Definitely moving across a digital ecosystem to earn gamified move to earn drip multipliers that impact dynamic rarity rankings. The move to earn drip uh, theory from when the inventory launched and we had that rarity ranking up in the upper left hand corner with the varying XP rates. That thing is pretty cool. That's September 5th, 2022. We're pushing like what 5, 6, 7, 8 months of that being in development from a relatively substantial state. So I gotta think inventory rolls out after these season one forge items start showing up, because then we actually have things to link the world merging chips to then grow our artifact profiles. But I know there's also a website update in the works with artifact, and maybe this ties into that. I don't know, but I think inventory by far is the thing I'm the most excited for as far as the CloneX collection goes, because it's what the whole collection was based upon, is to have, you know, interchangeable wearables on digital avatars. And like we've seen that with Animus, that wearables will be a big aspect of Animus. So I think seeing how that ties out, definitely. So digital drip multipliers, and a full equipment list. Like they have hats, eyewear, jackets, weapons, shirts, pants, socks, sneakers. I mean, they tweeted, the Alien King holding a sword and a shield, which just looked epic. And it's like you look at some of the stuff some of these community projects or different team projects are making, and it's like if we can integrate community drip into the inventory system, that would be fire. Like that would be, like that's literally the vision, is to build alongside this team and create the collectibles of create the artifacts of 2052. And like with that, vision jacket, that's something that we put out again in September, kind of along the lines or right around the time when inventory went out. And like we already had the jacket done before that tweet was tweeted. I don't even know, we might have started the mint even, but like all of that happened around the same time, so it was pretty exciting, like to be able to think about making or putting something that you help bring to life from an extremely independent creator perspective. And if you have a shot at getting that incorporated into Artifact's inventory app, that would just be, that'd be amazing. I have no idea. I have no hint. I have no breadcrumb of anything saying that the community created garments will be allowed into inventory. However, personally, like that is this vision. This vision is to live, work, create, innovate, build within the CloneX ecosystem. Like that's why we're here. So I would be shocked if they didn't incorporate it. However, I don't know when it will be incorporated. That's kind of the main thing. I think it will be. Again, nothing to back that up, but it's just a matter of when will it be. But there's probably some more important things first, which would be what is inventory? How does it work? What is the bar in the top left? Does this have anything to do with incubation or hibernation and pods and eggs? So I think there's more questions actually that this kind of leads the thread into, is like, where are we going? How does this connect? How about you, Jem? Did you have a favorite of the last year?
Oh, I was going to say, so the inventory that you were talking about, that reminded me of a theory that people were speaking of once, of the storefront on the loot pod. I thought that was a dope theory and would be really cool. So, I mean, only time will tell. And I think likely there would be some kind of separate marketplace for things like the Vision Jacket to belong. But I think that would be like an ultimate way to like empower the artifact creators. Yeah, I think move to earn, and then also like way back when there was a theory with the bathroom. Like I just thought that was really fun, and being able to like change your outfit and wash off scents and like that whole thing. I just thought that was a fun one, kind of far out there, but definitely enjoyed that. There's so many possibilities.
That's good. I forgot about that. I think Benoit tweeted something about the bathroom is important, and just
Yeah.
I took it and just sprinted with
Right.
it, because that was like around the time when they said sense, burrito
Yep.
collab, the five senses are unlocking kind of thing. That was the theory anyway, that we would have senses be applied to clones. And that one never actually went anywhere, as far as we know. I think the reason on that is that Burrito got bought out by L'Oreal, like right when they made that announcement, or a week before, or 2 weeks before, or something. Pretty sure that caused some friction, so we just heard nothing. That's just from timelines and looking at different announcements regarding Burrito. So they could still have something brewing. It's just been silent for maybe a year at this point. So the hope on that one is low. Same with crypto dunks. I wish those did roll out a little bit more aggressively personally, but I still think those kicks are innovative and amazing. And I'm probably the most excited still for Evo X whenever that comes out, because that mechanic looks mind-blowingly awesome. I hope Dot Swoosh does not eliminate that. I don't think it would, because I feel like Evo X is collaborating on a crypto dunk skin and making an evolutive skin vial, and it's like that is the essence of like any creator's dream, is to customize a pair of Nikes, a pair of artifact silhouettes, and to really bring that to life. And it's like that's an opportunity to then use use the swoosh, use the blade, depending on how that gets rolled out, and if we get to do it on the crypto dunk silhouette, which I hope we do, because that's kind of where all the samples were shown from. And getting to customize that thing with your own personal vision for what you think a proper crypto kick would be, putting it on a vial and then evolving it through whatever tech you can use to evolve that thing. Game, set, match, Gem. Like, that's a lock. So, Crypto Dunks, definitely a favorite of the last year. If you just joined, we're talking website, we're talking 1 year, we're very just kind of casually going over the events of the last 12 months as they relate to, the artifact ecosystem, the Clonespiracys space, and kind of just talking about where things can go as we progress forward via the, I guess, the timeline of things on the Clonespiracys page of the Clonespiracys website. That's kind of like a repository for where things are. The homepage all the way down on the bottom says subscribe to newsletter. If you'd like to subscribe to our newsletter, we will be putting one out as we go forward here, working on frequency. We have a really cool, what's it called, skeleton structure on content. So I am excited about that. That's going to be cool as this thing scales. Something we're doing early on for people who subscribe early is we are hosting a giveaway to send a couple physical Jack X Gem X Clonespiracys mugs to people if they are interested. If you win it and you want it, we'll send it to you. So I just pinned one of those on top just so you can see what the digital looks like. That is inspired by the Glob Studios G-Mug contest. Gemini put in a submission on that, and we kind of reskinned it, mixed it up a little bit, so that we can offer something fun to anyone who's interested, anyone who wants to sign up for the newsletter. You'll get an email once, I don't know, at most once a month, right? Minimum, once a quarter kind of thing. It's not going to be a spammy whatever. And we're going to pack it with like content that we're actually interested in. I mean, we are going to be the people writing the stuff that goes in this newsletter. If people in the ecosystem want to contribute and they think something's cool, like I'm also all for that, because that, maybe we can scale up the frequency, maybe we scale back the frequency depending on interaction. I don't know. Definitely working through that. It's really just a matter of putting good quality content out there. But in order to put good quality content out there, we have to know what the people who are subscribing to the newsletter actually want content on, and we have to be capable of creating said content. So all of it will be focused around the artifact ecosystem, because that is definitely something I would say Jem and I are quite immersed within at this point. So that'll kind of be the glue that binds it, if you will, kind of the same as the Clonespiracys space. It's anything you can think about within the artifact ecosystem. We'll put that into a newsletter. We'll send that out. Hopefully have a good space to get updates on how things are happening within this space, who's creating, who's doing what. Like Rupsy's demon t-shirt, I think he dropped something. Yeah, he dropped something. I sent it to the chat. I was just super excited about that, because he's an original creator kind of in this space who comes from a time before digital content was king, so to speak. It's like, people have been recreating Nikes for years. People have been recreating different versions, remixing, ripping, rebuilding, reconstructing sneakers in the customized space for so long. And it's like, that's just one place that immediately comes to mind, just because it's, that's how artifacts started. That's who these people were. That's who these people are. And watching them scale up from that kind of mentality to where we are today, to playing at this, big stage, like that's a shift. And like that's a shift that everyone in this space has experienced organically over the last, year and a half. Definitely been a journey. So I'm curious, what other people think too. If you're in the space, if you feel like jumping up, if you feel like talking about things from the last year, if you're, if you want to try and fish for alpha on the website, feel free. Um, yeah, if you have questions regarding newsletters or curious about, this site, the process of making it, um, yeah, really all of that. Like we have the Snapchat filter on here as well, which was created for the Add Mayo challenge, um, which was just kind of a fun thing for our OG friend, Sir Mayonnaise, who has like 35 different kinds of mayo. That was impressive. So there's a Snapchat filter. It does work. If you use it and you like it, definitely tweet at us. It's always fun to see it in use. That's a throwback from a while ago when we made that skin, kind of when the Lens Studio stuff was just coming out. So still works. We can use it. It's more of a fun thing, I would say, than a contest thing. Mayo kind of won that contest, so he will forever be goated as the guy who won the Ad Mayo challenge. um, we link to Twitter, we link to Discord, we have the newsletter, and then the sign up for the wait list on Alpha X, which via that, I'm going to call it platform, project, effort. I don't even know what the right term is. I'll call it effort. Through the Alpha X effort, we hope to share the voice of this community through data. And when I say this community, I mean the artifact ecosystem. Anyone who's interested in it, anyone who just knows about it, at that breath is the attempt of the Alpha X effort. I want to say project, but that makes it sound like a NFT, and it's not an NFT. So I'll just call it an effort. We are working on that. That's been a background thing. It's one of those things where if you have 60 hours in a week, you do 60 hours worth of that thing in a week. But we don't currently, so it is a working effort. And this way, we have a wait list. We know who's ready for it. We can kind of build our trial, if you will, as that is unlocked. And we can release updates via the newsletter. So this is kind of a two-pronged, multi-pronged approach to progress, the best that we can at this point in time, while still working towards that grander vision in an appropriate way. So 1 year party. Yeah, Jem, I feel like I hit this website pretty thoroughly at this point. I don't know about y'all.
It's beautiful. Perfect.
Totally open space if anyone wants to join us. She doesn't bite. I might. Who knows? So I was curious. I mean, like, they had the Gesa event. We did the digital party, which was a lot of fun. Tevi, what up?
What up? What up? How's everyone doing?
Just kind of vibing, bro. Really glad the website's live and we can kind of test it. We can see what kind of happens. We got the work out there. We got the vibes set. There's a hub. It's ready.
I'm so behind, but I'm catching up. I'm actually looking at the website right now. I was super excited this morning when I saw your tweet, and yeah, it's been a day, but slowly catching up now. I saw people are getting their stuff too from season one, but this website, man, like I'm on here right now and just kind of browsing through. It looks super legit. Like, kudos to you and Jam on this. Like, this is, ooh, I like the renders that you got going on. And like I said, I'm literally like browsing and talking at the same time, which is probably not a good idea.
No, I love it. I like the live reaction, Tevi. I appreciate it. Are you on, I'm curious, desktop or mobile?
Desktop right now.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. I think it's better. It was first built on desktop, and then I was like, oh crap, I have to make it mobile friendly.
You are a wizard. I mean, look at this. So I just clicked on the Conspiracy tab, and so yeah, you're greeted with like Jack's demon, but all like lined up, and you get Q1, you get like corporate speak in here, you get Q4 2022. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. This is good. This is good, y'all.
Thank you, Tevi. And those are the threads of 2022 from the
Wow.
Clonespiracys account. And I think we have some other ones linked in there too from community members. I don't know if we ended up putting those in or not, Jem.
What is Alpha
I think,
X?
no, they're in there. Yep.
What is Alpha X?
Bro, Alpha X is our effort to share the voice of this community through data.
Oh, that's what you guys have been talking about. Okay. Well, let me put my Twitter handle in here because I want to join the wait list.
Tevi, if you
Tevi,
sub to
you
that,
might win a mug.
I might.
yeah, we're doing physical Gmug giveaway, Tevi.
What? When did? Oh
Yeah, we're
man.
gonna release
Okay.
more
Okay.
info. Sign up for the newsletter too, Tevi. That's where we're gonna drop the news or the more info about the giveaway. Um, but we'll drop a tweet to kind of get that word out there more so than just a very subtle reference and a dope pic of a G mug tweeted yesterday, which might be a good hint of maybe the design that you'd see. And let's just say you were interested in a mug and you were to look at Jem's page, her Twitter page, you probably could find a physical picture of an example mug, if you really wanted to find it.
This is dope.
The alpha is out there.
All right. So I've joined the wait list. I did the email thing, and I already follow on Twitter, so I'm good there. This is good, man. Like I'm excited. Like this is really cool. And you've got a filter on here?
Yeah, try it on, dude. It works.
Hold on. Let me do this real time. I might run, but that's okay. I'll come back.
It's okay. If it happens, it happens.
All right, so
Feel free to tweet at us if you use the filter if you want. There's no pressure, though. You can just have fun with it.
I'm
It's
gonna
out there for anyone to use. Mayo has the most use out of it currently.
there's some okay. So I don't use Snapchat, so this is gonna be interesting. All right, here we go. Click OK. Oh,
The ultimate test.
oh snap! Oh, the filter is on and I have my beard and everything. My beard sticks out. Oh man, this is cool. Yeah, I'm gonna find something random to do with this, and then I'll send it to you. I have to figure. Yeah, okay, cool. This is this is pretty cool. Oh, okay. I'm amused. I am amused officially. Good stuff.
All it took to amuse you, Telly, was a 3D jacket file and a Snapchat AR filter.
Yeah, look at that. That's it's not that much. It's great. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. We've had this Snapchat filter since like September roughly. Kind of when the 3D files went out, Jem and I just kind of sat down and were like, wait a minute, we can skin the Snapchat AR filter and make a Clonespiracy one just for the community to use it. And like we realized how easy it was, and then kind of applied that same methodology because all it was edit the texture in the Lens Studio file, which then it turns out to make a skin on Blender like the clone on the Clonespiracies one, the demon Spiracy buddy. Like that's just taking the textures of the 3D files from the official clone and then like skinning them, going over it with different colors, like reworking kind of the color scheme to some of the traits, really.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Like, thank you both for putting this together. Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with this. I don't know what I'm gonna create yet, but I'm definitely gonna do something with it. I can't tell you that much. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know what's gonna come out of it, but we'll see.
Well, it's the top thing that's come out of it so far, Tevi, was Mayo telling us about his 30 plus kinds of mayonnaise in his fridge. It was actually pretty epic. So the table of possibilities is open to you, and that's kind of the joy of being a part of a decentralized community. Is like we all have our own things, and they're so vastly different from what we might think they'd get used for. And then you get cultured in mayonnaise, which is just great.
This is funny. You even have like you have the little rocket on the chin, and then the IYKYK. This is hilarious. And the
See,
third
Tevi,
eye. Like this is. You guys have like some really cool detail on this filter.
I'm so glad you appreciate these tiny details, Tevi, because Gemini get a kick out of all this stuff. Even the quarter 1, 2022, quarter 2, 20, because that's the
That was
corporate
pretty
side of
epic.
me, bro.
Yeah.
And you picked up the corporate and you spotted the rocket. Like, GG's.
That's like, yeah, I'm feeling this. Like I like it a lot actually. Yeah, I need to play around on this later, obviously. I'm discovering this as I'm talking, which is again probably not the most ideal, but yeah, this is cool. What is the space spot senses? Who put a grill in their mouth? What is this?
You gonna find some OG stuff, Tevi. All right, so that is Dolly Parton, I believe, who she makes famous, like world famous grills.
Huh.
And that was a conspiracy regarding the five senses coming to the Clone X.
I had no idea that was a thing. Let me go read that thread.
That's why it's fun, dude,
Dolly
because
Parton.
What's that, Jem?
Did you say Dolly Parton?
That's what he said.
that
Like
just didn't.
Miley Cyrus's like godmother? Is that not what?
I have no idea. I forgot her name. It's been so long.
Grills. So this was actually. Oh wait, hold on a minute.
Dolly Cohen. Sorry.
I'm like Dolly. I'm like maybe there's another Dolly Parton, but okay. It's like I'm just gonna go with it. Oh, this is back from like mid last year. Huh. I didn't know that.
1 year of this space, Tevi. No jokes, bro. We've been clone theorizing for many, many months, many moons before we actually had the space. And then definitely before the threads started to roll out. So those were, inspired by thread culture at the time, if you will.
Man, this is cool. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a ton of time on here and like really browse around and really see. I'm sure I'm gonna find some cool stuff that I didn't even know had happened in the artifact ecosystem. So this is awesome that you finally have like that central hub too, like all the Spiracies. This is cool. I really like it. Really, really like this.
Well, in the central hub, I got more on that later, just kind of as ways we can take it. But Baron, what up? Happy 1 year, dude.
Dude, Dolly Parton for the win. Maybe she can come in and we can interview her and I'll get a custom grill pill from her.
Dolly Cohen.
Dolly Cohen. Yeah, I remember her. Now, man, there's so many crazy things that we made up over time.
You actually linked is that the full patent that you linked to? I was looking for that. I was
Yeah,
trying to
it's
go
all
through
in
all
there.
my old tweets and trying to find it. So yeah, that saves me some time. I mean, I read the whole thing already, so I'm not gonna learn a ton more. But I was
That's not
looking for
true.
it because
You'll learn a ton more.
not on
Right,
this patent, I guarantee you
right,
that.
Tim? Oh, I thought you were talking about the website. Just
Oh no no
messing
no
with
no
you.
no no! I was talking about the patent. Like
Not
I
about the
read that
patent.
thing on a flight, 3 hours, intense, no distractions. It was great. But I was trying to find the link over the weekend and I couldn't. And Jack and Jem just nailed it here. So this is pretty epic. See, already finding value in this. This is amazing.
Yep. We just said you were going to learn things.
About the website for sure.
Yo,
Yeah.
Yo, my neighbor got
I just
season
stumbled.
1 drip. I don't think he's ever logged in, seen his clone. He and his wife. I'm like, yeah, now go get your fucking shoes, idiots. They're like, when's it mooning? I
It's
go,
the
last
only thing that
July.
matters.
I go, last July. Oh my God. It's so funny. Literally, guy's 2 doors down. He sends me pictures of his shit. I'm like, well, what is that? And I realized what was going on. It's all right. It's better that they got it than me. You know, that's what this thing is. It's like people are going to get this stuff, and like, there's a lot of people out there that don't even touch their clones. I know it's hard for people like us to imagine, but they would go without forging anything or have done anything if it weren't for me. And now I'm like bored of like trying to keep them involved, and so like if they didn't get the clothes delivered, I probably wasn't even going to bother to tell them about the shoes because I'm so lazy at this point. And then they'd be like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Well, you could buy mine for 5,000 for a robot pair." It's a good
Seems
way
pretty
to treat a
legit.
friend, client, practical brother. That's a good way to treat a man and his wife. Anyways, that's the type of mood I'm in today.
I've actually
Savage.
just pinned at the top. My friend, same thing, right? But he's actually a lot more active. But he just got all of his stuff, or just about, except for like the jackets that are going to be a little bit later. But we forged pretty much at the same time, right? So it's not definitely not FIFO here, but it's really cool to see. Like, yeah, he's got. You can see at the last pinned tweet all of his stuff laid out, and I'm trying to get him to like respond to me and tell me how does it fit, and what do you think? And he's obviously not responding. He's probably doing IRL stuff, golfing or something crazy, or not so crazy. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I don't have my stuff, and I'm just like trying to live vicariously through him. But he just posted it and just dipped. That's what he did. I was hoping he was in the audience, but he's not. So he can't even hear me complain about him not responding to me.
It's awesome. I'm so happy to see everybody get their stuff. And he had a lot of stuff. I couldn't tell, like, what's going on or not, but it's cool that they got a big batch out before Tokyo. They're so busy, man. I can't even imagine all this stuff. But it's epic. I love the communication today from about the CRLs. That would not have happened 6 months ago, let alone 12. You know what I mean? Really good stuff. So simple, but clearly someone's been empowered to just run with that communications rope, and they'll let them know if they've gone too far. Because everybody was probably sleeping in Tokyo after those 2 days to get that tweet out.
Yeah, I'm excited for the CRLs, get a little bit more details. I saw the shipping thing, but again, I clearly didn't read further down, I didn't realize that there's a second tweet unhubbing original scheduled. Yeah, I missed that. So good call
Do you
out,
see it?
Baron.
You see it
Yeah,
now?
yeah, I see it now.
Okay. Yeah. Good stuff, isn't it, Tevi? You like that communication, corporate communication?
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that.
So good. Almost as good as a one-on-one walk.
Almost, but not quite.
Yo, Cook, congrats, and Jim, congrats on 1 year. Clonespiracys kept me in the game, maybe by a lot of clones, and got me so hyped. And, made me like jump into bed, become a part of that, and, stay active with that because, I realized that, it just made it a better experience when you had a community. We tried to, so yeah, man, you guys know how I feel about you. This is some good stuff, and it's just getting started, because we're going to get so much more information that will allow us to continue. And this website is just a platform for really empowering the creators, which I know has always been Jack's goal. It's like a space to talk about, okay, where's this project going, so that we know how to empower creators and take ownership. And that's what you guys did here to create this website and allow others to do it. So it's really cool.
Well, Baron, you hit on something pretty cool there, which is, allowing others to do it too, which it's needed. Like this is an ecosystem. We are a decentralized group of, at least creatively minded individuals to some shape or degree. And it's like, as we can teach people how to skin their CloneXs, as we can roll out some fun contests, we now have a central hub that's off of Twitter for people to go to, and a newsletter to get, more in-depth thoughts, if you will, more in-depth overviews than a tweet, because, some people like email, and I've never really been a big email person personally, but Jem understands newsletters and the importance behind them. And it's kind of like a fun, you know, uh, page. It's like a newspaper, bro, but it goes directly to your inbox, and it's curated to the type of content that people in this space are likely going to be interested in. And Jem, I don't know if you want to go too much more into that, or if you want to wait until we get that first rev out on the contents. I'm going to go with we're keeping that one on the lock. Sign up for the newsletter. Be the first to see the content that rolls out. It's easy to sign up for the newsletter. And if you don't want the newsletter after you get one, that's a personal problem. B, you just hit on subscribe or mark as spam, and then you never have to deal with it. So, and no, I don't plan to track your email addresses. They show up in a nice space. I copy pasta that thing and hit send is ideally the goal there. But maybe there's like even a program. Jem, can we write an AI code to write newsletters for us? All right, work in progress on that one too. But it's the hub, everybody. It's the hub of having a place to gather to then use as a platform to launch pad off of, to build this ecosystem into whatever we want to build it into. That's kind of the core thing here that I want to get across. And it's like, like we built this site to help organize this specific sub community, but this is just the tip of a much deeper iceberg. Like the vision jacket. I'm just going to go ahead and read the description of that jacket, because I think that really just nails the mindset of what we are trying to accomplish here. It says, The Vision Jacket is the core of the Clonespiracy vision. The future we see is bright and full of light. Let this jacket be your armor and grant you the might to look into the unknown and see what looks back into you. That's the iceberg, fam. That's everything below this surface level, this surface layer of creative space that we play within, that we've gravitated towards and we've gathered around. There is so much here still. And that's just for, and then we say, holders have private access to any unseen things Clonespiracies have yet to accomplish, because this whole effort is something that's getting, built as we go with people who are passionate enough to actually bring it to life, which is why that jacket is so fucking cool to me, and why I'm so happy and thrilled and excited for it, because it's like, that's Johnny and Wayne and Moopy and Jem coming together to write code, to do 3D design, to put out a wearable. And then, like Tevi, you found this group a little bit after, I think, the Vision Jacket, but like you also learned animation and you got into renders, and like you put out an animation with the Vision Jacket, bro. Like, it's just cool how this stuff can connect to then build on each other to go into a place that nobody could have predicted it would have got into. And like, that's why we said, to any unseen things we have yet to accomplish, because it's not done yet. And it's like, when it's done, y'all will know.
I gotta step in and correct you, Jack. It was actually two animations with the Vision Jacket, but who's counting? Who's counting?
I think it was 3, actually, Tevi, because there was that one that you announced, the upcoming one.
Oh yeah,
And it
you're
was
right.
like, yeah, 3, bro. Who's counting? Ask me who's counting. Who's active right now?
Yeah, I just kind of put my foot in my mouth, but that's all right. I was trying to dunk on you, but it kind of backfired. But yeah, no, I'm pretty excited about the jacket and being able to finally, animate with it and do cool things. And it's gonna, frankly push me to learn a few other things that I want to know or figure out with like clothing movement. And so, like learning little by little. But it's really cool to finally get it and be able to see it moving around. And like I love where things have gone over the past, almost a year now, since, yeah. So it's really cool to see the progression, like from everyone and from everything you guys have been building. Like we've been talking about, you've been really talking about the website for a while and the Vision Jacket, and and really to see it come together at this point is really cool. So super excited again. Congrats, happy anniversary to you both, and on Clonespiracys, the website, and making it a milestone for the community, honestly. Like, and it's just the beginning, right? Like if you really think about it, like this is just the start, and that's dope.
Tavi, first, thank you for the kind words. And second, when 3D socks to go with the Vision Jacket.
You know what? I'm gonna just be. I need to. I'm gonna figure out how to do that. I don't know how long it's gonna take me, but I'm gonna add that to my list of weird things to learn in 3D. I'm gonna figure out how to set up some 3D socks for Clonespiracies. I know it's not recorded, but you've heard it. You've all heard it. That's gonna be a work in progress.
I think Baron might have actually inspired this sock kick. See, I think the Sir said, win AF ones with a picture of his foot in a sock. It's pretty epic, Baron.
I remember that. I posted it like on a chat. It was like a pair of socks. I take good pride in clean socks. They had to go to the trash. You know what? Don't buy the Nocta socks from Mikey. Okay? They're not comfortable. Well, I shouldn't say that. They're fine. They're comfortable. They fit too tight, and they're cheap, but they're not inexpensive. And I hate that combo.
Baron, I bought Lululemon socks because they were lime, and it has that same feel. Most expensive socks I ever bought. They're too tight. They're thin. They don't feel like quality. But wow, are they bright lime?
So were they worth it then?
Yes.
You can't go wrong with bright socks.
Yeah, that was New York City. I needed socks for NYC. They had to be lime for the culture. I had a lime cowboy hat back then too, with a Kevin pin on it. For the culture.
Is there a picture of this anywhere that we can throw on the Clonespiracy website?
Probably, but that might be a grand doxing of your boy in a cowboy hat, which is pretty great. Cass somehow knew it was me the moment he saw that.
Yo, did you see that? So you know how Dematerialize is like partnering with Karl Lagerfeld on some things. I haven't read like what it's all about, but dude, the whole Met Gala is like dedicated. So each year they dedicate, to a fashion icon, and this year is Lagerfeld. Did you see what I was writing to you? So it's just fire, dude. And so like D-Math tied in with Luxo, and that's where Fawn's at. That's bullish for clones. Guy's a fucking who was a Fendi designer for 50 years. Chloe, I think, maybe as a pit stop, and then Chanel.
Oh yeah, Carl Fields. Yeah,
left all his money to his cat.
I mean, it's only $70. It's like not bad as far as digital collectibles in this day and age go. We burned that on gas back into bull. It looks nice.
Wait, there's a collectible?
Yeah, on the Dematerialized. So Artifact has done drops on the Dematerialized as well.
I know.
That was way back, though. That was a minute ago. That's some deep.
I know. Deep. They didn't even make
How
the website.
We going?
That didn't even make the website.
So deep that it's below the berg, bro.
Did you hear what I said, though? The guy left all his money to his cat.
He actually did. It takes a special kind of person to recognize how special cats are.
Chopette was the cat's name, and he even had a special blue that he created for his cat. Chopette.
Is it called Chopette Blue?
Chopette. Dude, that cat was so rich. It's like literally, you can't make this shit up. Unbelievable. Not sure who got it all after the cat died.
Dude, that one, what's it called? The sketched shirt, hand-picked. It's a good shirt. Karl Lagerfeld got some style.
Yeah, dude.
Jem, we could make a shirt. We could sketch a shirt.
Like black and like stark whites and dude, Chanel.
Dude, that's the vibe, Baron. All black with stark whites. Maybe a little bit of lime mixed in there. Typically all black though, with like white AR patches and stuff.
Like a pale blue with some white and black. Like you could get a little color in there. But
Only
I don't know
color I
about
wear that's
lime.
not black or white is lime.
Jim, could you please verify?
Not true. Not true.
Cooking.
Yeah, it's not
Weird.
true. I have Superman pajama pants on right now, Baron. They're pretty iconic.
I have no pants on right now.
Well, yeah, and with that, I do want to open it up to the people in the space. If you have thoughts, comments, things to discuss regarding artifacts last year, Clonespiracys last year, website, questions on how to sign up for the newsletter, questions about the newsletter, interest in topics, really everything. If this conversation this evening, aside from the sock talk earlier, had you had your creative juices flowing, I guess, if it's sparking ideas, if you're getting excited about something related to this ecosystem, DM this account if you don't want to jump up on stage. Like, this is all about creating together, and where we're going, like, only we can find out. With that, that's probably all I got. We could call it a space. We could vibe and chill. Options are out there. I know I'm going to bed early tonight because I have so little energy. It's wild.
It's unbelievable. I was so cranky today. And I mean, I got work done, but man,
I'm kind of tempted to ask why you are cranky today, but I don't know if that's like opening Pandora's box.
like I don't know, man. There's like no good reason. That's the worst part. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I've been there. That's pretty much the worst because you don't even know
It's kind
why.
of like
Yeah,
just a case of the Mondays. I paid a bunch of bills, and that doesn't ever help. You know what I mean?
yeah, that'll
It's
do
like
it.
in the door, out the door, in the door, out the door. See you fucking later. God.
But I see you're back in
So
Yeah,
your.
I took a half day.
Oh man, I need to do that.
half
I
day.
just couldn't do it, Barry. I had
Yeah,
to.
dude.
I missed my own 9 a.m. meeting, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Half day.
I'm gonna get after it tomorrow. I mean, I got a lot of work done that I needed to get done. I cleaned up my workspace, which can sometimes create, I think, some of my frustrations because I like pick things up and put them down, and I get like 6 things going at once, and then I start to feel overwhelmed and like get a case of the fuckets. You know what I mean? I would just walk away from it all. So
And then
I've
before you
organized
know
them.
it, all your fun things are in the lost and found. And everyone's getting emails about if they're yours or not, and you just don't want to claim it in front of everybody. So then your shit just piles up.
Dude, today I sent a reply all to the whole firm asking for 4 extra scarves for our sponsorship of the soccer team. The whole firm. My God damn it. You know, like, idiot. So,
Oh, dude, you just care that much, Baron. That's okay.
it was all good. I just am known to take up 4 parking spaces and get an email to the firm about it, and you know, nothing will ever beat the picture of the women's bathroom one day. It's like 9 a.m. It's like whoever's leaving the bathroom like this it's got to stop. Like, Jesus, these women are savages. This is like a professional environment. I don't know what happened. She must have been upset with her boyfriend or husband or something. I don't know.
We have to gend into women's bathroom pics. That's probably a good time.
If you can't address corporate issues just via email all bathroom pics to a 500-person company, then you don't know how to address corporate issues.
I mean, corporate culture, it rings through even into Web3, where there's things like Q1 and Q2 on a tinfoil hat community website. Shit's far-reaching, Baron. A lot of corporate culture, a lot of things. All right, good night, everybody. Have a good week. See you again Friday morning. See you again the following Monday. We just going. This is year 1. We do it for fun. This was just part 1. Yeah, that's what we got. That's like an IYK reference to the Joker from like early days. Shout out if you know, and if you got it, then you know it. Whoop whoop.